Hey, how's it going everybody? In today's video, we're gonna learn block and inline elements in HTML. So let's get started. And if you wouldn't mind, please help me out by smashing the like and subscribe button. In HTML, a block level element always starts from a new line and takes up the full width possible. So first of all, let's generate some sample text by writing lorem and then hitting tab or enter. So here now we have some sample text. So let's say we want to put this paragraph in a block level element. And if you haven't known before, a p tag is also a block level element. So we can put this in a p tag. So let me drag it inside the p tag and there we go. And now if we come to our web page, we cannot see any difference because this paragraph was by default in a paragraph tag by the browser. So to make some changes to this paragraph, we can resize the window. And now we can see our lorem paragraph is going to the left as much as possible. So we can visualize this easier by putting a border around it. So we can come to our p tag and then we can add our style attribute and then we can set a border as well. So let's make the border solid and let's go for like 2 pixels maybe. And now if we come to our document, we can now see we have a border. And if we resize the window, we can see the border is also taking the whole space along with the text. In HTML, there is another very important block level tag which is called the div tag. So what the div tag does is it represents a certain portion of the web page. So to create our div tag, we can write div and then we can hit enter or click this button. And inside we can write anything. So let's generate some sample text inside it. There we go. And we can also see if we resize the window, it's also taking the 100% width. So let's say we want to style this paragraph. So to do that, we can come to our first div tag and then add our style attribute. And then from here, we can add our style. So let's set the color to red. So if we come to our web page now, we can see the text inside the div tag, which is styled as color red, is now indeed red color. And using the div tag, we can also make the font size bigger. We can also change the background color and we can do much more. So there's quite a lot of block level tag. If you like to take a look at them, you can click the link in description. Unlike the block level element, an inline element does not start on a new line and it only takes up as much width as necessary. Now, what tags are used as inline level element? So most of them comes from the formatting tab, which I made a video about. I think you should probably watch it from the corner. Or we can also use an anchor tag, which is also known as the A tag. But first, let's generate some sample text by writing lorem and pressing enter. And we can put this in a paragraph tag as well. So let's say in our web page, we only want the word lorem to be clickable. So to do that, we have to use inline level element. So in this case, we're going to use the A tag by writing A and pressing tab or enter. Then what we can do is drag the word lorem inside our A tag. And we can set the href to hashtag, which leads to nowhere. And now if we come to our web page, we can now see the word lorem is now clickable. And as we can see, this word did not start from a new line. And it is not taking the whole width. So let's look at another example and let's say we want the word ipsum to be bold. And to do that, we're going to use another inline level tag, which is the b tag. And if we drag the ipsum inside our b tag and then come to our web page, we can see the ipsum is now bold. So we can put one character into multiple tags. So let's say we want the word lorem to be italic and clickable. So to do that, we can come to our A tag and before it, we can add our I tag, which represents italic text, and then we can press enter. And now what we can do is select the whole A tag with the lorem inside and drag this inside our I tag. And now if you notice our web page, we can now see this is both italic and then clickable. So there's also another inline level tag which is very necessary in HTML. This is called a span tag. It's very similar to the div tag, but the only difference is a span tag usually tweaks the things inside a block level element. So first of all, let's create a div tag maybe. And inside we can write some sample text by writing lorem. And let's say we want our very first sentence to be decorated. So in this case, we're gonna use the span tag as we're gonna only style a small portion of the div tag. So we can write span and then click this button. And now what we can do is drag the first sentence inside our span tag. Now we can come to our first span tag and then we can add our style. And let's say we want to change the background color. So let's change it maybe to this color. And now if we come to our web page, we can now see the portion inside the span tag, which is defined as this color, is now applied to our web page. And just like that, using the span tag, we can change the background color, the text color, and we can also change the font family as well. So just to let you know that there is also a lot of inline level elements, and if you want to take a look at them, you can also click the link in the description. So yeah, that is how our inline level elements work. So that's it for today's video. If you liked it and want to appreciate my effort, you can click the like button and subscribe if you think HTML is fun.